With a new year comes brand new Halloween reveals. Hey everybody, Matt here with Halloween Daily News, and it is an exciting time once again as our first news report of 2025. It has become somewhat of a tradition for the Lemax company to kick off the new year by updating their website with previews of their new Spooky Town Halloween Village releases coming this year, and that's what we have to look at today. Brand new for 2025, Spooky Town Halloween Village has been officially revealed, featuring more than 70 new pieces, from giant tabletop lighted moving with sound pieces all the way down to the very small figurines and everything in between. So let's dive in right now, and we're going to head over to the official website at lemaxcollection.com, where you can find all of this year's new releases marked as 2025. And you'll see these first two should look familiar, may look familiar to some of you anyway. This is Cursed Ruins here up first. These first two were released in 2024, but were available as exclusives only at Michael's stores. And what we'll do is I'll play just a little bit whenever we have some video. We'll play a little bit of that so you can see and you can hear a little bit of the music. This soundtrack I would describe as something that would fit in a Harry Potter movie, but here's a little taste of it. So that's the music that plays, and there is like some thunder and lightning sound effects. Pretty cool how it's got the smoke blowing out of the skull here. Of course, the glowing red eyes are a nice touch. I like the candle flickering as well. This one's really cool. And look, when you zoom in there, it looks like the souls are kind of floating in the dead pools in there. All right, let's go back out and look at this next one. And again, we saw both of these in person at a Michael's store, and when we did our walkthrough last year. But this is the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop, now an official 2025 release. And here's a little bit of the audio that is included on this.
Give it a try. If you can hold your breath, you might not die.
Conjurer, illusionist, charlatan or cheat. The cards never lie. There is no deceit.
So obviously it's a magician theme, and again, we've seen this one in 2024, but now it will be a little more readily available, it appears, for 2025. Let's move on. Going back out here, this is a new one for 2025 that we've never seen before. It's called Wedding Party, and it is just that, a wedding party, Dance of the Dead, so to speak. And here you can hear just a little bit of the audio from that one, and see it in action. All right, so it's just that. It's a wedding party. There's the bride and groom and a bunch of skeletons getting down on the dance floor, with the band jamming as well. I like the band in the background. And we're not going to look at every single one of these, but these bigger ones that do have the associated video, we definitely want to take a look at those, and otherwise point out just a few of our favorites that have jumped out here. This is the medieval castle, and here we'll check out its demo video for just a moment.
Beware of the dark castle ahead. An enchantment haunts the keep that will make you undead. A battle you will wage for all eternity to come. The siege on the medieval castle.
The siege of medieval castle has just begun, and again, some glowing red eyes a lot of skull theme here. You'll see this year, Spooky Town often kind of keeps its theming somewhat related, and there's a lot of skull theme. This goes with the cursed ruins. There's also some gargoyle stuff that you'll see here in just a few minutes. This goes along with that. There's the king there, the king skeleton with his crown. Also got the mystic seer there underneath the skull. I kind of like, because every medieval king has his conjurer, his castle wizard, right? And gargoyles. I like that the gargoyles. This one doesn't appear to be moving, but the other one was moving on the other side. And we'll go back over here. A couple other new ones for this year. This is Spells Abound, and this one also has sights and sound. We'll take a look.
Or a flock of bats. You might want to bring someone back from the dead. Looking for a dark spell for the right amount? Come find your favorite incantation at Spells Abound.
So Spells Abound is where you can find your favorite incantation. And I like the giant wizard moving out there. Kind of an advertisement for this establishment where you can go and get your spells that you need for whatever your purpose. And this one is a pretty unique new 2025 piece. It is called the Air and Space Novelties Hangar Museum. And it's just that. It's showing off some alien imagery here. It says explore the shadowy halls filled with space travel secrets as alien astronauts tell you all about their exciting missions. And you can visit the Wormhole Cafe where time seems to bend and warp or touch the glowing space rock that pulses with foregone energy. Here's a little taste of this one.
And are they among us? The proof is here. No need to discuss. Slimy and green with a death ray gun. We just heard that the Air and Space Novelties Hangar Museum has been overrun.
So perfect for anybody that likes to bring aliens and sci-fi into their Halloween displays in their spooky town. And I gotta say, this one is one of my favorites this year. Being a photographer myself, of course, I'm gonna have a soft spot for Hocus Focus Undead Portrait Studio. And this one does not have animation or sound, but check it out. It is just what it says. It's a portrait studio for the undead. Gotta love that. Here's another new one that does have some sound and video attached here. This one is called Madness Manor, and here you can
Don't be fooled. Don't
see it in
hesitate.
action.
A seemingly sweet little girl luring you into the gate. That creepy feeling that someone is staring. Behind the curtain, you see eyes glaring.
I like the eyes everywhere. I like the glowing giant eyes here. I like how the windows form like mouths with sharp teeth. That creepy girl in the window is very cool. And there's a lot of associated sound with that when they go through like a whole skit. Now this one is another just standalone, no sound involved here, but for the clown enthusiast, there's a couple new ones this year. This one's called The Laugh Shack. And here's another new 2025 piece called Quick Bite Spider Diner. You got a spider using all 8 of its legs to get around and to serve its customers, which include a witch seated there for a quick bite. Got home haunting services and the casket monger here. And this one might be my favorite of these new 2025 releases. It's called Nightmares Video, and it is a video store. That's right, kids. Some of you may not even remember what one of these is, but once upon a time, there were actual video stores that you could go in and rent and buy movies. So this is very cool. It does not contain music, but it does light up. And I just love this one. The Drop Dead box. Please rewind or die. Of course, it's going out of business. Of course, horror movies is the big category advertised here, and it's open 24 hours. There's a zombie fest on October 31st at midnight. Yeah, I love this one. I love the colors. Love all the bats. This one's a total winner. Nightmare. Nightmares Video is the name of the video store. And we can see a couple other of these new houses here. This one, Dorian's Gray Art Supplies, obviously based on the Dorian Gray character. You've also got Fearful Fashions clothiers. How do you say that? Clothiers, closers. I don't. I've never even seen that word. Clothiers. Anyway, it's Fearful Fashions. And this is another one of my absolute favorites of 2025. Personally, it's Fright Night Cinema. It is a movie theater. And once again, this one does not include any associated music or sound. It does light up. And it is a movie theater showing horror movies. How awesome is that for all of us horror fans? Definitely one of my favorites of this year. There's the marquee, beautiful Fright Night Cinema marquee. Again, I love all the bat imagery that they've worked in here. And it says now playing Lord of the Things. Lord of the Things, y'all. That's cool. This is a winner. I really dig Fright Night Cinema. This is right up there with the Portrait Studio. I don't know. Fright Night Cinema. I might like even more. That one is really cool. This is Spellbound Books and Terrible Tales bookstore. Pretty much just what it says. This is The Living End, and last year we saw a ton of hungry plant imagery, and this one kind of continues with that, with some hungry plants just slithering all over this one. It's the signage says "Living in Exotic Plants Nursery and Garden." And this is another one of my favorites for obvious reasons this year. You gotta have a creepy pumpkin patch. And this one was available. We did see it up close in person at Michael's in 2024. Now back for 2025. Look at all that glorious pumpkin imagery everywhere. Really love this one. I want a pumpkin patch like that, where you walk in to the mouth of the giant pumpkin to get to the actual patch. Very cool. And we'll keep going with the tabletop houses here. This is a Spooky Days Ahead is what they call it. And it is fortune telling. Psychic readings. They've got a seance room, palm reading, all your supernatural fortune telling needs all in one place. Your one-stop shop to learn about all the spooky days ahead. That one's pretty cool for all the clairvoyance. And this one's called Dreary Decorations. It's Got a little Happy Halloween banner that the witch lady is hanging. Got a couple pumpkins. Looks like one of the pumpkins is actually, is that supposed to be like the yard bags? Because these are decorations like the lawn bags that you fill with leaves. I think that's what that's supposed to be. And moving right along, now we're going to get into some of the smaller pieces, some of the smaller figurines, and we won't pull all of those up. I do like this Spooky Town Halloween Jazz Festival, though. All the skeletons jamming. And the name of the band, I guess, is the Cool Corpses, because that's what it says on the tombstone there. I mentioned another gargoyle themed piece. This goes with some of those we saw earlier. This is Gargoyle Gate. I like the touch of the little kids dressed as a witch and a superhero with their pumpkin pails coming trick-or-treating at Gargoyle Gate. And this another one of my favorites. I think those of you that know anything about me, for obvious reasons, it's called Trick or Treaters Parade. And we've got just that, just a very small, intimate walking parade of some young trick or treaters. And I really dig the Halloween tree that they're walking around with all the pumpkins and even the purple lights strung up in the tree. This one's really cool. Nothing like a hot bath. Skeleton taking a bath in a hot cauldron. We got a couple others here. The Full Moon Lagoon. That one's a really cool light up piece. A new pumpkin head yard decoration figurine. Of course, these very small figurines, they're only about 2.5 inches tall. But I like him a lot. I would love to add him to my own collection. Some more trick-or-treaters. We got a toxic zombie. This one goes with the clown house from earlier, the Laugh Shack. This is just called More Treats, and it's a very kind of Pennywise-looking clown figurine with a pumpkin, 2 pumpkins actually, sitting on a giant pumpkin decoration, and then he's got a carved pumpkin with some ooze coming out of it too, some green ooze. Got a Los Muertos romance set there. Got some neighborhood trick-or-treaters. Got some accessories here that designed to go with that creepy pumpkin patch that I really like so much here. You can see some more pumpkins and a scarecrow to go with that. A skeleton harvester. Witch's dance party. Got a levitating skeleton, a creepy doll and dog, and yeah, now this one, I gotta say, oh, it's not loading, but this one you guys have to see. Let's go back. It's called The Horror, and what it is actually this skeleton. Well, the page isn't coming up, but you can see him right here. It's called The Horror, and it is the horror of sitting on the toilet and looking in. Look, the toilet paper roll is empty, and he's doing the Home Alone face. I don't know if it's appropriate for everybody, but I tell you what, it's appropriate in our house. In fact, I'm going to have to own this one, and this will be not just a Halloween decoration, but this will be something we'll have on display somewhere in our main bathroom, I think, forever. Perfect bathroom decor for HDN headquarters. But you guys, let me know what you think of this one. And then there's a couple other accessory pieces, a lot of spooky trees you can add. I really like that spooky time street light there with the pumpkin on top of the street light and the witch hat. There's a giant yard spider decoration, which is kind of cool because you see so many of those in real life. There's a more detailed drop dead box that goes with the Nightmares video. And then here on the site, you can see what it looks like when you have the whole Nightmares video set, or some of these other ones like the Fright Night Cinema set. You can add some of the other figurines to go with that. So a lot of really cool new pieces here for 2025. I am loving what I'm seeing, and mostly loving that Lemax is giving us new Halloween reveals right here to kick off our 2025. All right, you can see much more of the 2025 Spooky Town Halloween Village collection right now over on our main website at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And I would love to hear your thoughts. What are you thinking about what you are seeing so far for Spooky Town 2025? Some very cool pieces here, in my opinion. I want to hear what you think now down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed and you have turned on your notifications, because it may be early January, but it is prime time for new 2025 Halloween reveals. They're going to start coming fast and furious, so get ready. You don't want to miss any of it. And we're going to have it all for you right here on the HDN channel. So until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.